Hey guys, so I'm just driving in Wyoming. You can see it's beautiful, lovely construction. But I kind of wanted to do a talk and I didn't want to forget it. So pardon me, but you get to view a beautiful scenery as we drive here, and I'm going to kind of talk to you guys about. So I tried to make a video. I accidentally posted up the wrong one, so I apologize. It does take me about 5 different takes or so to get the kind of information, so I usually just speak from my heart, and then I kind of find the video where I got everything in it that I wanted, and I deleted my other ones so that way I load the right one, but I accidentally deleted the right video and put up the wrong one. So, not that it matters, I'm just apologizing for stepping on people's toes. But I'm not sorry about the information. It is correct. But the way I phrased it is not the way I want to have it. So basically, guys, high fat is the new low fat craze. And I'm not blaming our diets or anything like that. What I'm talking about is that there's marketing companies, there's people who want to capitalize on that. And I remember. So here's the deal, and listen to the whole message before you guys comment. That really drives me nuts because all the information is there if you listen to it. So anyways, when it was the low fat craze, my mom was hugely on board with that, and you know, we want to do a good job at our diet, right? We want to make sure that we're hitting all our bases, that we're listening to all the information, and what happens is we tend to copy whatever those people are telling us. And it's normal for us to do that. It's not a bad thing. But, you know, like Weight Watchers, we would follow that to a T, and everything low fat, as long as the label said low fat, we bought it. Well, as I got older and the low fat craze, we started to realize that everything was being replaced with sugar, right? So I realized how much I had damaged some of my eating or ignoring my own signs of hunger or what I needed, just because that's what we were told what was healthy. And what's funny is at the time, I felt so terrible on low fat. I felt better when I ate eggs and stuff, but because we were told that they weren't healthy, that they were too high fat, they should be limited, I would only eat eggs like on the weekend, but I'd feel so much better and so much more full. But I thought wheat and carbs and stuff were better, so a lot of times I would eat cereals for breakfast with like skim milk, and I would just get sugar crashes and feel sick. So what I'm saying is keto can kind of be the same way, is that you've got to be careful, read the information, that do it the way you want to, because no matter what, as time goes on and we get better about things or learning about information, sometimes the information is wrong or it's biased opinions. So eat the way you want to eat. So my example, what I was trying to share in my last video, is that I remember being on keto, and after being keto for like a year and a half or something, I was really missing fruit in my diet. Now, I used to way overdo it on paleo. I would just eat, 4 or 5 servings of fruit, where now I eat 1, and it's more limited because the sugar affects me. But is that better than diet soda or cake? And I'm talking about just plain processed cakes. I decided for me, it was better to have those things, that they didn't spike me anymore, because I'd figured out how to balance my insulin and how to, when I was craving sugar, craving sweets, like diet soda, like the diet root beer, I love it.
In 600 feet, turn right onto Wyoming 96 East.
It makes me sick. I don't feel good when I drink those things. My body can't process.
Take the next right onto Wyoming 96 East, then turn left onto the ramp to Douglas.
Fake things. So it was really bugging me, where I felt way better just to eat like a small apple or more of my berries and stuff. And in the summer,
continue for 3/4 of a mile.
There's so much fresh fruit and vegetables available to us that have been grown locally and everything, and organic and are good quality. So I don't mind doing that. And at first I was feeling so guilty, because I thought, oh, that's not keto, that's not low carb, how can I do my channel if I'm going to eat these things, or do I tell people, or do I just not tell people that I eat them? You feel mental or guilty, and I realized I don't need to feel guilty. The same way you don't need to feel guilty. No matter what forums you read, no matter what YouTube videos you watch, and they're all good, that's what I'm saying. They're all filled with good information and good people who are trying to do their best and fit their best, but their best may not be your best. There are some people who want to stay very, very strict keto and be in ketosis all the time, and you have the right to do that, and that is fine. And for people who say, that's not really doable with my family, there's fruit around all the time, or it's harder to get low carb stuff, if you want to do a low carb diet and you want to include a few pieces of fruit here and there, and it's not going to trigger you into a binge cycle, or it helps you eliminate cravings in a better form, then I'm all about that. I'm here to support you. And my whole point of this video was to say that regardless of all these things, sometimes when we're frustrated or we're feeling upset, we look outward. We're trying to figure out, I remember hitting my weight stall on keto and I wanted to be smaller, and I'm like, okay, well, what can I do? And I remember seeing egg fast and intermittent fasting, and I'm like, those things don't really make me feel good, but maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. And instead of listening to my gut instincts, which told me, no, that's not right, that's not it, I was desperate and thinking other people probably knew more than I was. So instead of asking my body and myself, like, what is going on? Why are we stalled out? What's going on here? For me, I felt like I was having cravings, or I started eating more, that when I just added an apple or a banana in, it really stopped those cravings from happening. And I found that doing that lifestyle made me healthier, that I ate more foods with less processed junk in them. For me, I don't metabolize it well because of my liver and all those things. So if I do low carb tortilla wraps and stuff, I just feel sick. Now, my mom and dad love those, and they do the Atkin bars and they do the Atkin protein shakes. All that stuff just makes me feel jittery. It makes me feel sick. I don't feel right. And a lot of other people can do those things and they enjoy them. But if I start eating those, then I just want more. Then all of a sudden, I'm not feeling full anymore because I'm living to eat the next sugary thing. So I'll want something sugary for breakfast, or eggs just don't sound good. And then, lunch is out of control. And then I just am doing, pudding cups, and I'm doing more processed treats, all that stuff. But then I'm not feeling satisfied. The cravings get back, and then I start to fall off of keto. But if I stay more just eating eggs, and I eat my cauliflower with that, and I do my salad with a protein for lunch, I feel full, and those cravings don't really happen. And then at night, if I am really craving stuff, what I usually do is grab a piece of dark chocolate and maybe a little bit of peanut butter, and usually that's enough to get rid of that. But if I'm still just craving sugar for some reason, then usually that's when I will go to an apple or a banana. But what I would have done before is I would have ended up getting a piece of chocolate cake, eating that, and then feeling upset about it and be like, well, since I blew it, I might as well eat more. And then I want something salty, so then I go to chips. And then after I eat chips, then I want something sweet again, and then I have my cravings, and then it takes me, then I might be out a whole week, or longer, or it might take me a little bit to go back to 3 days of eating. That when I stay away
in a quarter mile, turn left onto Wyoming 59 North.
Those kinds of things, I just feel better. And just listening to your own body, looking in, you probably have the answers there. You just don't want to admit it. That's what I knew it was to me, is that I did not want to give up the Atkin bars and the sugary things, because I enjoyed eating
Take the next left onto Wyoming 59 North
for lunch or for a snack. But then that's all I wanted were those Atkin bars. And for me, that's not how I wanted to live my life. So
In 800 feet, turn right toward North River Bend Drive.
I just wanted to explain that to you guys and to know it's okay to eat the way that you want to eat, and you will figure it out as you go along. And even now, eating apples and fruit, I might decide in a month from now that I don't even like that, or that's not healthy for me anymore.
In 600 feet, turn left onto Teton Way.
I'm making the decision for me rather than letting
Take the next left onto Teton Way, then turn left.
else making the decision for me, and I'm happy with what I'm doing rather than feeling guilty, rather than being upset or trying hard and messing up. So I hope that helps you guys. I hope this
Take the next left onto North Wind River Drive, then turn left onto Teton Way.
That's more of my goal here, is to help you guys and to make you feel good about the choices that you're making for you in your life, in your family, whether you want to be very, very strict or you don't do well under being strict.
Head south on North Wind River Drive toward Carver Drive.
I'll see you Monday.